Hello guys, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be seeing what is CI and CD. Basically CI/CD is nothing but continuous integration and continuous delivery. But why these two things? People who are working with DevOps must know about these concepts, CI and CD. Why? Before we need to understand this, you need to understand how was the software was developed in earlier days, unreleased development and deployment of the software in earlier days. Before, people used to follow waterfall model for developing the project. What is waterfall model? See, in any project, if it is need to be developed, a client has to give the requirement. What the earlier people are doing, they used to take all the requirements at a time, and then they are doing SDLC on all the requirements. So at the time, what happens? They used to take all the requirements and then they design the software. Then design and then they code and then they test on the full and then they go for the deployment. What was happening here? By the time they design, they code, they test and then they deploy, it used to take longer durations like almost 6 months to 1 year, like that, depending on the project size. So by the time they will release, the requirements of the client might change because there is no feedback between the client and the developers. So this continuous feedback we call feedback. This feedback is very necessary. We will see why. Because if there is no feedback in between the client and the designers, like development, what will happen? By the time they go for the deployment, automatically requirements of the client will change. So again they need to recode the software to reach the client requirement. So then, to avoid this, people what they did, then they followed the approach called agile methodology, where they used to take certain requirements, like they used to follow Scrum methodology. Scrum in the sense not to take all the requirements at a time and then take few requirements and follow in split in the sprints. Basically one sprint time is almost like 2 to 3 weeks. Now it is even decreased to 2 weeks depending on the requirement. So what they used to do now here, they take the few requirements, like if you have 10 requirements in one software, we used to take 1 to 2 requirements and then design and develop the code for that, and then they release to the client. So client will check that if what are anything improvements or requirement needed on that, they will come with the feedback to the developers. So what will happen because of this? There will be a continuous feedback happening from the development teams and to the client. So that what happens, every 2 to 3 weeks they will be clearing out the requirement. So it will decrease the time span and improves the quality of the software. So because of that, agile methodology is now very much popular. So everything is good. So why this CI/CD came here? See, CI in the sense continuous integration. We'll see first what is continuous integration. In any software, people are working, like there won't be one developer working, right? There will be lot of developers, like 3 to 4 developers will be working on the same project. See, I'll show you in this. One second. See, here what happens, like 2 developers are working on the same project. Every time, if you are working on a Java project, there will be having modules. So each module consists of different code. So one developer will be working on other code, developer 2 will be working on the other code. By the time when it comes to integrate, they need to integrate. We need to perform the JUnit testing and the requirement testing, right? So we need to accumulate the developers 1 code and developers 2's code, So they will be storing the same code in the source code management repository. We will be having common repository for the operations team and developers team, testers team as well. So there what happens, like source code management tree is not a new word, it is like GitHub or the Bitbucket. So what the people need to do, they store there. Then from there they will take the build and automation will be happening on the code. What is build and automation? All the developers code will be integrated and unit test performed on that. Then their building of that code will be done. Like there will be won't be any errors on the code, and even unit test also be performed on the same developed code. So this is what continuous integration. So whenever the developer, every time the developer commits the code to the source code management, this build tool, there will be some build tools will be using here that I will come to later. So these build tool will integrate the code and performs the required testing on that. This is what continuous integration. So continuously it is happening. Like if you have every Friday we'll have the release, in the sense it won't be that Friday will be taking the build. It is like every day, once the coding complete, build will happen. So this is what continuous integration. So we'll see now what is continuous delivery and continuous deployment. These two are much more different terminologies, delivery and deployment. Some companies will work with continuous deployment as well, but mostly companies work with continuous delivery only. So we'll see what is continuous delivery now. See, when the client, we have talked about the sprint, right? Once the sprint completed, when the client asks the company like how far the project is working, so what the people will do now here, the operations team will do a pre-production test. Like they'll have a pre-production server which is same exactly the copy of the production server, that is the main server, as a client machine. So our people, or the operations people, will deploy that code into the pre-production system, and then they'll execute there. The requirements are satisfying or not. If the requirements are properly satisfied by the client, then what they'll do, they'll manually upload into the production server. This is what continuous delivery. Every time there will be a approval needed from the client end to deploy the project into the production servers. This is what continuous delivery. This is very much preferable, because if you do a test in the production server, we will be getting the more quality software. So this is very much preferable. Now we'll see what is continuous deployment. Continuous deployment, most of the companies are not following this, but even some companies like Facebook is still following continuous deployment, because the companies who work with microservices mainly following continuous deployment till date. So here what happens, once the code is committed and then the build is happened, automatically it will be deployed into the production server instead of the testing in the pre-production servers or whatever. So for this, mainly static web related content will be done with the continuous deployment. So this is what continuous deployment and continuous delivery. So now what we'll see, for the continuous deployment and continuous integration, to perform this we have certain tools like Jenkins and Bamboo, like that. But Jenkins is more advantageous, and even lot of the companies are using Jenkins. So even we will be seeing the in further Jenkins, we will be seeing what is the installation configuration, how it goes. Next in the videos we will be seeing that. Even AWS also we are using for continuous integration build and all, because AWS is also having some services which works for the CI/CD purpose. That we will see later. Okay, I think now you guys understood what is CI/CD and what is the requirement of CI/CD. So if you like the video, give like, share, and don't forget subscribe my channel for further videos. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys.